I don't know why I feel so nervous, like this is a job interview or something. But it has been a while, so I have no idea how to start this video. So I will say, first, we'll put the kettle on. So welcome back. I never thought I'd be back on here, to be honest, but things have a funny way of working out in life. And the main reason for this, I'll be honest, is I felt like I owed it so many of you. It's been, I can't even remember how long it's been since my last video. It must be 5+ years. But I felt like I owed it to so many of you, because even years later, like even just a few months ago, someone just commented and said, you know, I hope you're doing well. I hope you found what you were sort of looking for, if that's the best way of putting it. And it did strike a chord with me, because the support I received from starting this, when it was just an idea, and everybody was so helpful, supportive, the people I met, the experiences that I got to have because of YouTube, and the places I went to, and just the main thing was the people, because everyone was so supportive, and just, it's like they wanted to see me happy and doing well. And it was tough at the time when I thought this thing that I've loved so intensely, and the passion for it and everything else, I know that word gets thrown around so much, but I feel like to be good at anything you have to almost live and breathe it and really get to grips with it. And I felt like I did that with detailing. It was like my entire life I spent hours just, I don't need to bang on about, you know, this hobby, this profession. I found it so interesting, and you know, it was tough realising that maybe I'm just not that interested anymore. And we kind of, you know, toed and froed on what the best to do, and it's like I still had an interest in it, but having an interest in something, doing it every day of your life, is a completely different thing. So I thought, well, I'll come away from it, see how I feel, and that's kind of what this video is going to be. But it's not just going to be that. I'm not just going to literally sit here and talk for hours, because I've been cleaning my own car, and the whole process behind that, it was a bit of a sorry state, I'll be honest. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to leave it, and it'll make a good video. So it's this video sort of, what am I doing, what have I been up to, where have I been, and then a showcase of a cleaning it of a vehicle, my own, just to see if I've still got it really. It's not something that I've kind of done every day like I used to, but I don't think you forget. I feel like I've still got the eye for it, that old cliche. But I thought I owed it to you to make a video, and just, you know I used to enjoy it. I still watch detailing videos, and it's just, I admire the people that do it and put the effort in, and YouTube's just a absolute monster when you get into it. But yeah, I think it'll be good. Just to, hopefully you enjoy it. I've really enjoyed making it, and I will put all timestamps below, because I'll probably split this up into quite a few parts, because I don't know if many of you know, I sort of went into the refinishing industry, smart repair, after detailing. It's something that I got trained to do before actually I trained to detail, so it's always been a bit of an interest, and I thought I'd go into that, so I got into that for a few years, and that's kind of what I were doing for a while. Then I tried sort of industrial painting, that kind of thing, which I don't think really was for me, because it's completely different to the motor trade and cars. I thought I kind of didn't really want to work on cars anymore, but for some reason it just kind of pulled me back in. So that's what kind of happens when you start in this industry. You can't get out of it, but it is still an interest. It's not like I don't like cars. I just fancied a change. Cut a long story short, even though it probably won't be short, knowing me, that rattles on forever. Did that, and then I felt like I hit a bit of a brick wall. I felt quite lost. I want to talk about this, but I'm not ready for it yet, especially on the internet. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about this too much, but the reason I'm going to is I feel like it could have helped me. They say my mental health went really downhill, and I know it's kinda, it's awful to say, but it's almost like that's kinda just seems like general news now with everything, and I had the wrong attitude towards it, I'll be honest, before it sort of gripped me, if you like, and I almost thought that, well, you can fix it and you can get over it and everything else, and I was that person. I'll be honest with you, I was the person that thought, oh, I've heard this all before, everyone's got mental health issues, everyone's got their own demons to fight, you kind of just have to, knuckle down and crack on, which is maybe what's wrong with the world, because I had the really wrong attitude. I did just want to interject here, because it's difficult to kind of put into words the feelings in my head, but I just want to say that never feel like your problems are any less than anyone else's, like you feel like you should be more grateful, or you should, because you've got a great life, you shouldn't be like moaning about it, because everybody's got their own like issues to deal with. In a way, I'm glad it happened to me, because I feel like I understand it a bit more now. I'll not get too much into it because it's obviously a bit personal, but I just want anyone to know that if you're struggling, if you think you might need just a little bit of help, I'm not a healthcare professional, so it's probably not my place to say, but you're not on your own. You're really not on your own. I just want you to know that there's people out there that are willing to help, and it's not easy to accept. You fight it and you keep fighting it, and you think, no, I'm fine, I'm not, I can do it, I can deal with it, but it's completely fine to accept that you're not a superhuman, you're not a robot, you've got feelings, you're a person. I'm absolute advocate for wearing your heart on your sleeve, because I do. But even me as a person that does that, you still try and just carry on and don't express yourself like you probably should. Main reason I'm saying this is, life's tough and it can take a bit of a toll on you. I might not even put this in the video when I'm editing it. Maybe a bit early to talk about this, and I kind of don't want this to be a really down thing, because this is really, it's a positive thing for me, this, because I feel like when I've been such at a low point, I've finally found a bit of trajectory and light in the tunnel, and but yeah, I guess I'm just saying, just look after yourselves. But anyway, that was a bit heavy. So with this being off script, I'll do my best to incorporate everything that I wanted to talk about. What am I doing now? Is the question that you might be wondering. Let me show you. They are really nice shirts, these, I must say. I am currently working at JDA Customs as a trainee vehicle wrapper. So yes, I am the newbie. It's completely new to me. I've never wrapped anything in my life. But yeah, so as I found myself a little bit lost and wasn't sure what to do, I came across this job advert and went down, met everyone down there, met the team, and just the overall aesthetic of the place, the professionalism, they're probably going to watch this, so I best be careful what I say. Yeah, it was just great, and it's sort of like something else that I could incorporate into what I know, and it was an interest. I thought, you know what, that might be something that I really like to get into, and sort of I wanted a career path. I feel like I'd kind of gone from one thing to another, which is fine, but I wanted more of a kind of secure position that I can take like and run with it, you know, to see what happens and where I end up. I wanted to start on at somewhere that I plan on being there for a while, rather than jumping from place to place, which, being freelance sort of thing, that's kind of what you have to do. Straight away I just got a really good feeling about it. I saw an amazing opportunity there. I've been there 3 weeks now at the time of recording this. I realised very quickly that I made the right decision. It's just been really good. I hope it all works out for everybody. Still on probation, so we'll see how they find me, but I kind of felt like with the practical skills that I've got, I could apply that to kind of wrapping, things like that. They do also detailing, PPF work, and they kind of want to expand into so many areas, but we'll just see how it works out, whatever I end up doing there. But it's mainly going to be wrapping, it is an interest, and the bits I've done so far, it's really made me want to get good at it and just see how, you know, bring myself on as a person and grow as a person with a great team of people that I feel like have your best interests at heart. And so all I will say to you all is, if you could show me, myself and the company, some support like you have done for me, that would be just so much greatly appreciated. If you could go and follow them on Instagram, like them on Facebook, I'll put all the information in the description below. But that'd mean the world to me if you'd kind of, because I'm going to be on there, unless they sack me and realise I'm no good, but you know, I post on their social media, so you might see me pop up here and there, so it, you know, just to support them as much as anything. But I know that you've supported me so much with this channel that I want to show them the support that they've shown me, and almost like a thank you, just a thank you for welcoming me to their team. It's always strange when you're starting a new job and they don't know you, and you know, everyone's sort of getting to grips with it and everything else, but just the support they've shown me, I'd love to try and give them a thank you back, which is why I've mentioned them in this video. I want to kind of still involve you all, the people, you know, the subscribers and all the views I've received. I'm absolutely waffling on, but I'm just excited. I'm excited to see what the future brings, and yeah, we'll just see how it goes. And after a bit of a low point, I'll say, in my life, I'm finally, you know, seeing a really great opportunity, and it's about being happy, and it's about enjoying work, and it's about, you know, wanting to go to work and wanting the best for the company and the people that are there, and everybody comes together as a team, and I feel like I haven't had that for a while, so to have that is absolutely brilliant. But anyway, yeah, we'll get into the main part of the video. Anyway, absolute massive tangent. Let's talk about what you've probably come here to see, which is all the detailing stuff rather than just me. So obviously, from everything I've just mentioned, the car was looking in a bit of a sorry state. There was actually some rust scabs starting to show, and it was really starting to show its age. Now, the car is 13-year-old at this point. I've always looked after it. It's never once seen the hand car wash in all the time I've owned it from new. I'll never do it. It'll end up in a scrap heap before I take it through one of those. But it had been neglected. He just really wanted a really good detail, but the main thing was fixing the paintwork first, because there was kind of no point in detailing everything and making it look shiny if the paint was falling off. So decided to do that, and I did record that process, the bits I could get here and there. So if that's kind of an interest for you, then here we go. I shall show you that now. If not, well, you can skip that. I'll leave timestamps like I've mentioned, and you can just get to the cleaning section. But I'll try and make it interesting. I'll try to edit it so that you're not bored. But yeah, so here goes. The first task was to get the rust sorted. I never actually know if I should talk over these sections or not, because I don't know if people kind of want to listen to the sounds of all the tools and that and the chemicals being used, or actually my voice, probably the former I would imagine, but which I'll give some kind of notes as we go, just to give you a bit of context. So obviously, to start with, let's sand all the rust scab out the best we can, because there's never a guarantee with rust. It can come back unless you do your best to kind of grind it all out. So that's what we shall do here. I do quite enjoy the process of paintwork, because it's almost like you have to be a bit, not heavy-handed, but you have to kind of just get the job done, and you know, detailing is a bit more kind of finesse, and you know, making sure all your fancy cloths are all ironed and everything else, whereas paintwork, just get the sander out and start grinding away and get the paintwork done. I must admit though, taking the bumper off and seeing all the dirt behind it just made me want to get the jet wash out and start blasting and getting all the mud out of the recesses and everything else, but that just takes even more time. So here we can see it's being primed, it's being masked up, ready for paint, because we don't want no overspray that I'm going to have to polish off later on the paint. And we get to the most exciting bit that people probably want to see, is the spraying. I know it's a bit kind of cut up and not kind of in sequence, and there's not much footage, but we only really had a day to do it, and we had to kind of fit it into other jobs as well, so it wasn't like a, you know, take as long as you need type thing. It was kind of get the job done, so I got kind of the footage that I could. As you can see, my dad's amazing camera work with his finger on the lens. Well, that's his cameo for this video. I'll be honest, the job wasn't perfect, but I'm an absolute perfectionist, so to kind of, I could have spent a bit more time on it and kind of gone a bit further. I tried to keep the repairs isolated rather than going too big, because it just meant more work, more time, which we didn't really have. So you know, we did little blow-ins, smart repairs, rather than kind of paint the whole wing and rear quarter, which can be done, and it can be done well, as much as body shops might disagree. But yeah, we did his best, and I think it came out alright, and basically there wasn't rust scabs that were falling off. So all in all, it went pretty well. Obviously, you can probably see they're finishing the best at the moment, but we'll kind of flatten, polish, wet sand them, and polish them in, and should look bang on. Demask it and move on to sorting the garage out, because as you can see, it was a task and a half just to get the jet wash out, The garage was absolutely upside down. I wasn't even sure what products I had. I sort of just kind of had a sift through and hopefully had enough to do the job. I like to think that I could kind of use a mop and bucket and get a half decent job, so I sifted through what I had, and you know, I had a fair few products from before, but I kind of sold a lot of things because I wasn't doing as much, so I just kept kind of bare essentials. But I kind of want to see if I still had it in me and I still had the interest, and see what I could make of it. I also wanted to kind of show that you don't need 100 products when a lot of them do multiple jobs, but who am I kidding, when even recently getting back into it and spending hours just looking at products and all the new stuff and the tools and stuff, I'll probably end up buying everything and having a garage full of detailing products and only using about 10% of it. But anyway, for this particular clean, I'll go through the products that I'm going to be using. For exterior washing, we'll be starting with KKD Citrus Magic, which is a personal favourite of mine, but you can use any citrus pre-wash. I don't really think there's many bad products out there, if I'm honest. Then we've got Wax Planet 8 Below Snow Foam, and it's actually a real shame that Tony from Wax Planet has decided to call it a day, as I was an avid fan of his products and the waxes he did, and every product I ever tried I'd have gladly bought multiple times. And being local to me, I used to just enjoy popping down, having a chat and a brew. But anyway, if he does watch this, he might not, but I just want to wish Tony all the best for the future. You know, it can be hard when you put a lot of time into something and you're thinking, do I let it go or do I carry on? And you know, if your heart's just not in it, same as myself, and you don't want to do it, then sometimes you have to just call it a day. But anyway, Tony, hope you're doing well, and I hope you find another outlet that you really enjoy. For an exterior APC / degreaser, we've got Built Hammer Surfex HD, which is just, in my opinion, the ultimate degreaser on the planet. Wheel cleaner is a combination of AM details in the wheel bucket with an alkaline wheel cleaner through a foaming trigger. And then Built Hammer Auto Wheel will be used to decon the wheels after cleaning. Shampoo, we've got Geon Bathe Essence. Tar removal, we'll have a combination of Infinity Wax Liquify and KKD Tartastic for any stubborn glue or heavy tar build-ups. Built Hammer Corosol for fallout remover. Built Hammer Medium Clay with Dodo Juice Bone Slippy Lube to finish the decon process. With all of that out of the way, let's begin the main event, which is, let's start cleaning. So now the fun part starts. Let's see if I've still got it. been researching quite a bit of detailing products and sort of wanting to, I'm really getting back into it, to be honest, sort of seeing what new products are around, and it hasn't changed that much really. There's a lot of people still use the same things, but I guess it's just always growing, it's always expanding, so it is interesting for me to see what's kind of out there now, what people's preferences are. And again, it could be like more videos for the channel if I decide to kind of do reviews and stuff, but it's just having the time to kind of commit to that. What I will say is I absolutely despise this grill, but we have got, I think it's Hagen Car Care that produced these, and it's almost like it was made for the job. I haven't actually cut this myself to fit in that gap, that's how I bought them. It just takes absolutely forever to clean these out, and I have to do the same process when dressing them. So as you can imagine, not a simple job. kind of wanted to show these little things here, because to me this is detailing, and people think detailing is just washing your car. Well, I kind of don't need to tell you guys because you understand the process, but if anyone kind of new watching this video, it's just sort of the thing that people miss. It's not where you think to look. I always like to make sure that those are also heavily cleaned and dressed, and I think it just lifts the whole car when every little inch of it is clean, not just the bits you see.